Hey, been a while. Excuse me. I did not want to do a live video because the last few times I did have somebody who would go take my videos and use them for their own sick pleasure, making fun of me, calling me a low cow and shit like that. I actually had two where someone someone was like, "Oh, we made a channel to make fun of you." Needless to say, I went searching for said channel and never found it. So, how have I been? Not good. I almost wanted to give up on the channel completely, but I was watching a video from Philly Captain, and it was about everything with Adam the Woo, who he was not only a big fan of, but he was also a friend. And as we know, we did lose Adam the Woo right around Christmas time. And I got to admit, I liked Adam the Woo. And we all know, we all know I love Philly Captain. I mean, I always found him hilarious. And it's funny because I live near Philadelphia, but never got to meet the guy. But yeah, but I'm not good. I won't lie to you. And it's not because of internet trolls, it's not because of D-list fame whores, nothing like that. I just went through a major loss. I know you guys probably saw the video that I put up yesterday. This is not good. Day after Christmas. Well, my dad was having some issues, and we thought, okay, maybe it's because he shot several he had 2 shot discs in his neck, middle of his back, and his lower back. It was all from an accident he had in the '90s. He had, like, 40 some tons of steel go through the cab of a tractor trailer he was driving, and he got out of that wreck unscathed, and, you know, trooper comes along and says, "Okay, where's the driver or the rig? Hospital or the morgue?" And he was right there. So we thought it was residual stuff from that because he did retire because of that accident. We thought it was, we thought it was, he was having issues because of the cold or a throat infection or the flu. He actually tested positive for flu, by the way. Excuse me, my throat's so raw. So Monday before before Christmas, we went to his doctor, and nurse practitioner thought he had bronchitis because of what he was complaining about. Gave him antibiotics. Said, okay, if this doesn't clear it up within a few days, call. Friday, Friday, day after Christmas. We're in the parking lot of the hospital ER, and we're sitting in the Jeep, and he says to me, Should I call the doctor before going in there? So we call the doctor. Another nurse practitioner gets him in, and we went, took care of a couple of things. And he was telling me he was having a hard time breathing and crap. He struggled to get out of the Jeep across the parking lot. And it wasn't too far. It was like the handicap parking lot was like right here. And the medical building he had to go to was maybe like that. So it wasn't far. He was struggling. His oxygen level was good. It was like in the 90s. His heart rate was a little high. And thankfully, his primary care doctor is right on the grounds of the hospital. She said, okay, go over to the ER because I think you may have pneumonia. They can do an x-ray, they can get get you on antibiotics, that kind of shit. Well, he had some fluid and all, which we didn't know what it was. We thought it could be because of heart issues, because he did have some heart issues. He had two stents put in at 21. And here the here what happened was he started having a hard time breathing in the ER. They had him on stuff to break up fluid issues and whatnot. And they they put him on oxygen. They put him and then they upgraded to a BiPAP. They were going to admit him. Nurse was checking on him. I was talking with the doctor to get ready to admit him. And he started fighting with the mask, saying he couldn't breathe. All of a sudden, respiratory distress, and he coded. They got him back. So they had him on ventilation for about day and a half. They put an NG tube in his nose because they thought because he couldn't swallow that well. And we tried to tell the doctors he was having that problem and months ago, and nobody really said anything. Assholes. But here, so when they took it out, they had the NG tube in and all. Coded again Tuesday. And this was like right Tuesday before New Year's. They got him back. Cardiologist calls me, says, I think he has a blockage. And I said, okay. He went in, did a catheterization. They checked him out and all. And here, um, how do I put this? Here they found a blockage. They put two stents in. They put a thing in temporarily, trying to get his heart circulating right. And he they said rest is up to him because then they put in a more stronger version of that little pump thing. Friday, my brother gets up there. And my brother and I didn't really talk much for a while. But Friday we had to make the painful choice. And we did. And right? We got the family in there, got a priest in there to do last rites. And, you know, my brother and I were the last to leave. And my brother did that mostly because he knew I would be a train wreck. And I know you guys would know it too, because if you watch some of my past videos where my dad's in them, you know this. He he died late late Friday, and I haven't been doing too well since. He had the flu on top of everything. Okay, guys? Remember when I said he tested positive for flu? He had the flu on top of everything. But yeah, um, but we're not really planning on having anything big for him and all. I think the video tribute is probably the closest to big that we've gotten. But I'm going to try and find a way to get this channel back going. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that first off, there's what I went through, but I kept thinking about this video that Philly Captain had right after Adam the Woo passed. And it was a video where he went to a Jewish cemetery in Kensington, and he was talking about like not only the people buried there, but then he says about with Adam the Woo and everything else, and he said about how Adam was his inspiration for the channel. Well, I started this channel just as kind of a way to kill time. And then I started looking at people like Adam the Woo, Philly Captain, Casey Neistat, and thinking, I could do that. And I don't care what anybody says. I don't care that people don't always 100% interact with my stuff. I don't care about that because, in the end, that kind of engagement, comments, and whatnot, it doesn't do too much. In the end, what does is your views, your channel views, and how many subscribers. And I looked that up. So, gonna take some time, get things situated because right now it's January 4th, and right now we're just getting everything taken care of with the final arrangements. My brother and I are going to go through some things to kind of kind of see what's what. I might get rid of this painting behind me, by the way. I hate it. And you know, we're going to just go through all that. And you know, I don't know how I'm going to do this with the channel and all, but I'll figure it out. And also, I'm going to be doing a second channel. I've been working on it because a lot of people don't know this about me, but I read tarot cards and stuff. So I'm working on a second channel for like tarot cards and all things like paranormal, I guess you can call it. So, yeah, I mean, my dad, my dad's already on the next adventure. I know I always end it my vlogs with "See you on the next adventure." My dad's already on the next adventure. Now it's my turn to actually do something. I do have the tribute video up, and I did mention in the tribute video, and I mentioned this in the community page on my channel profile, that if you guys want to do something in memory of him, I I have a link to a donation thing through St. Mary Medical Center, which is here in the Philadelphia area. It's the hospital that treated my dad, and it's for their cardiac program. I'm actually trying to get in touch with someone from either St. Mary or from their parent company, Trinity Health, about getting it more of a fundraiser kind of thing where I will find out who donated and everything. But yeah, um, but I just wanted to point that out, that that's what's going on. And yeah, this is hurting me. I mean, I had a couple moments where I had breakdowns, but that's about it. And as for you people that are going to use this to harass me and make fun of me later, like I put in the description, everything you do is mostly going to reflect on how pathetic you are. That's all I have to say. I would end it with "See you on the next adventure," but we know that's a given. So I'll just end it the way Adam the Woo always did. The vlog is over.